Welcome to the A Century in Style exhibit at the Anna Bemis Palmer Museum. Let's go for a tour. First up, you'll see the Palmer case, filled with items belonging to Anna Bemis Palmer and her family. Some items include this cake topper from her wedding in 1920, these shirts belonging to her mother, her shoes, and even this purple dress she wore for a performance at the City Auditorium in 1950. Check out this photo of her mid-act. We were thrilled to partner with York High School on this display, and a staff member loaned us some of their more fashionable items. We were also loaned some items by a board member of the museum who had children who were alumni. Check out this letter jacket from 1954, or this collection of track jerseys. It appears 2017 was a great year in sports for York High School, which you can see with the championship football and basketball. Another cool item is a set of scrubs from 1980. The senior boys wanted to do their own thing for Pep Club, so they chose scrubs and toilet brushes, which you can see in this photo here. York University also loaned us some items for this display, including this women's basketball uniform, this cheerleader uniform, and this set of doctoral robes that belong to Dale Larson, York University's longest tenured president. Larson was the one that made the phone call that brought York College back after the fire had sent everyone to Iowa. Next up is our vows and veils section, including wedding items from 1879 to 1958. Here you'll see wedding dresses, suits, shoes, tights, gloves, certificates, and even a slice of wedding cake from 1923. Notice the evolution of fashion as you walk through. In the early days, you see a lot more color, but once Queen Victoria wore a white dress, everyone wanted to wear a white dress. Dresses from the late 1800s and early 1900s were very long and elaborate. Once you got into the roaring 20s, they grew a little bit shorter because of the flapper girl style. In the 1930s, you saw a lot of belts like this one here. Wedding dresses in the 1940s were a little more plain due to all the items being routed towards the war effort, which meant by the 1950s, once those rations disappeared, people started to go all out. You'll also see a few military uniforms worked in, like these from World War II and the Korean War, as it was pretty common to wear your uniform if you were married while in the service. Here's a collection of photos featuring some bold fashion choices. Check out this flashy hairstyle. Here you'll also see a photo of York-born Fred Niblo with his second wife. Fred Niblo was born Friedrich Liedtke, and he went on to become one of Hollywood's great eight, directing huge silent movies like Ben-Hur and The Three Musketeers. And that actually ties us to the next section, which features two dresses that belong to his mother. Everything along this wall is from the 1800s, including this overcoat, these jackets, and these two dresses belonging to Annette Liedtke. On the opposite wall, you'll see items from the 1900s, like these dresses and jackets. This black and white number was worn at the Centennial in 1970. This white dress was made at a home ec class at York College. Check out that photo. We also have a variety of hats. My favorite is the one with feathers. It reminds me of the Kentucky Derby. This 1850 hat came from England along with this leather hat box. The hat second from the right actually belonged to York's mayor in 1890. Here we have a collection of shoes from all over. Look at how shoe sizes have changed over time. Can you imagine having feet this small? We included some kid shoes as well. Check out these cowboy boots. Here's an assortment of capes and shawls dating back to the mid-1800s. This one belonged to a member of the MacLeod family, a prominent York family back in the day. In this smaller case, you'll see several purses. Some have straps, some are drawstring, and they come in a variety of colors, fabrics, and patterns. Moving into the final stage of our display, we have two themed areas. The first is on the Prohibition era, so think 1920 to 1933. This was the time of flapper dresses, fur coats, and pinstripe suits. We tried to make it feel like a speakeasy. York has kind of a unique Prohibition history. Supposedly, a bar was added to the north side of town, and the south side of town was so upset that they protested, and York was divided into two towns, York and North York. Eventually, they got over it and reformed as York, one town. But if you check out old maps from around that time period, you'll see both York and North York listed, and it was all due to Prohibition. The last section is filled with items from around the world. Here you'll see a cape from France, a robe from England, as well as shoes from Japan. We even included Orlando Palmer's World War I uniform from when he was in France, serving as a major. These two dresses on the left are really unique as well. Born in Russia, but raised in Henderson, Marie Reimer married Russian Count Peter Reimer. After doing so, she had to be presented to the German Kaiser and Russian court in 1912. This dress on the left, when she purchased it handmade in Berlin, cost her $1,000, which roughly translates to $36,000 today. And there you have it, a century in style from York County, Nebraska. We will now be closed as we rotate to a display on retro tech. Stay tuned to our website or social media on dates for reopen. Thanks for your continued support.